Wait. Stop scrolling. This is not a coincidence. Taurus, you didn't find this video by accident. The algorithm didn't bring you here. The exact moment of your cycle, the exact weight of the grief you've been carrying in silence, pulled this message into your timeline today. I feel the exhaustion in your spirit, that quiet, heavy resignation where you finally convinced yourself to let go of something you deeply wanted, believing it was truly over. But if you skip this now, you will walk away just days before the universe reveals what it was actually doing behind the scenes while you were mourning a false ending. There is a specific situation you've been agonizing over, one where the door seemed to slam shut without a shred of true closure. You called it a final goodbye, and you accepted the heavy, exhausting reality that it was done. You tried to be strong. You forced yourself to look ahead and bury the hope deep down, because Taurus pride demands that you don't look back when a connection goes completely cold or an opportunity vanishes. But you thought the river completely dried up because you couldn't see the water anymore, so you mourned the dry riverbed, completely unaware that it just went beneath the solid rock to gather immense pressure in the dark. You will discover why the deafening silence was actually a preparation, not a rejection. You will uncover the hidden reason why this specific cycle had to be put on pause. You will understand how your unseen karmic debt played a vital role in this delay. You will learn exactly what to do when this suppressed energy finally resurfaces. And before this message closes, I will tell you one sentence about your life that you will carry for the next few months. Have you ever felt that heavy, sinking feeling in your chest when you finally force yourself to let go of something, as if you are burying something that is still breathing? As if your logical mind has finally convinced your tired soul that it is truly over, and you must silently accept the loss, even though every cell in your body resists it. What if this deafening silence isn't a cruel rejection, but a massive sign that the universe is trying to pause the cycle so you don't ruin the final outcome? Because while many just bitterly accept the loss and try to force themselves to move on, few realize that a forced ending can carry a hidden karmic protection, a period of vital incubation, and the absolute promise of a powerful resurgence. But what if the great turning point lies in this revelation that you haven't been able to apply yet? Now think with me. Why do certain areas seem blocked even when I try to do everything right? What if each forced goodbye, each unanswered agonizing question, each long night spent seeking impossible closure, each desperate attempt to bury the hope, each wave of sudden grief, and that constant exhausting sensation of a story left unfinished, are actually signs of a karmic debt you postponed for too long? It was looking for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Karmic Debt of Taurus. This book is not just a read. It is a revelation created for Taurus who desire to understand the deep spiritual reason behind the sudden, brutal pauses in your life, break the painful cycles of premature grief and unnecessary loss, and fortify your inner energy to recognize exactly when a closed door is finally ready to reopen. Many Taurus already feel they need to change the way they look at their blockages, but haven't yet made the decision to download the digital book. Download it right now. It is available in the first pinned comment. But attention, the access could be taken offline at any moment. It reveals reflections, hidden signs, and directions that can transform everything. Do not wait for another cycle to be prematurely buried before seeking the ultimate truth. Click now, download your copy, and discover why the most painful ending of your life could be exactly the place where the universe is preparing your greatest return. If this first word has already touched something deep inside you, write, "I am ready to receive" down below. Not for me, but because another Taurus who is exactly where you were a year ago, staring at a closed door, needs this message to find them tonight. This path has a map, and it is already within your reach in the first pinned comment. I will return to it shortly. And if for some reason you are not interested or cannot acquire the digital book right now, there is still another door open for you. I don't receive a single penny for any of these messages I deliver here every day. Nothing at all. And yet they keep coming out every day for you and for every Taurus who still needs to be reached. If at any moment your heart wishes to give back a little of what you received, there is a voluntary donation link open in the first pinned comment, right below the book. Whatever amount fits in your hand today, whatever sum your heart points to. This is what keeps this channel standing. This is what makes the next message reach another Taurus tomorrow, exactly as it reached you today. I will wait for you there, Taurus. I haven't told you the most important thing yet. There are 4 signs that this cycle has already started to turn, and you will recognize at least one of them. I want you to stop everything else you are doing for just a moment, Taurus. Let the constant noise of the day fade into the background and pull your focus entirely into this space right here, right now. We're about to touch the very core of that heavy silence you have been trying so hard to ignore. The silence you have been masking with daily routines and forced resilience. Notice how your body reacts to what I'm about to say now. Notice where the tension tightens in your chest, or how your breathing shifts as we finally name the very things you thought no one else saw. Because the universe has been leaving breadcrumbs, and you have been mistaking them for ghosts. Think back to that Tuesday afternoon when you were driving, or perhaps doing something completely mundane, your mind focused on ordinary tasks. Suddenly, a sharp, vivid memory of that exact situation hit you entirely out of nowhere. It wasn't just a fleeting, nostalgic thought. It was a visceral impact that made you physically catch your breath, grip the steering wheel a little tighter, and completely lose your focus for a few disorienting seconds. You called it a final goodbye. The universe called it a necessary karmic pause. Then came the night you finally decided you had to let go. You put away a physical object that held too much weight, or you finally archived that long, silent message thread on your phone. You did the practical thing, expecting the relief of closure to follow. But instead, you felt a strange, suffocating heaviness settling deep in your chest. Not the liberating lightness of moving on, but the undeniable, crushing ache of a forced goodbye. You called it a failure or a devastating loss. The universe called it a profound spiritual protection, and I know the nights where that weight becomes almost unbearable. Waking up at 3 a.m. with a racing mind, staring blankly at the ceiling in the absolute dark. For some of you, this showed up as an agonizingly slow, confusing fade out in a deep connection, where the warmth just slowly vanished without a single explanation. For others, it was a sudden, jarring, violent halt to a massive project or opportunity just as it was about to peak. In those quiet hours, you laid there trying to rationalize why it had to end that way, searching desperately for a logic that simply wasn't there. You called it an unfair, abrupt ending. The universe called it the clearing of the path, but pay close attention to what is happening right now. You have been feeling a sudden, unexplainable sense of nervous anticipation in the pit of your stomach this week. It feels like a strange, restless electricity in the air around you, a quiet but undeniable vibration humming beneath your feet, even though absolutely nothing in your physical reality has changed yet. You called it just another wave of anxiety playing tricks on your tired mind. The universe called it the undeniable physical sign that the underground river is finally cracking the rock and breaking the surface. These precise signs have a common origin, a deep, unseen root connecting every single one of those moments, and it has a name. But before I give you the name, you need something else. There is a path to navigate this massive resurgence, and I'm going to open it right now, before the name, before the word, because anyone who has carried the heavy grief of a false ending needs profound relief before receiving the revelation. Stay here, and this is exactly where the path of clearing opens. The signs that just hit you didn't hit you by accident, Taurus. Every physical reaction, every sudden memory, and every restless night is pointing toward the exact same unseen route. It is that cold, heavy knot in your stomach when you look at what you've beautifully built and force yourself to walk away before it's truly finished. It is the freezing, unrelenting voice of your own logic, finally convincing your tired soul that it is truly over, forcing you to silently accept a devastating loss that every fiber of your being fundamentally rejects. You have been carrying this weight in absolute silence, telling yourself that this is just how things go. But what if this agonizing, deafening silence isn't a cruel rejection at all? What if it is a massive, blinding sign that the universe is aggressively trying to pause the cycle, stepping in to protect you, so you don't accidentally ruin the final outcome? I have seen Taurus, who are exactly where you are right now, standing at the very edge of this exact same precipice. Individuals who carried this exact same heavy resignation for years, completely convinced that their story had abruptly ended without a single shred of fairness. They built thick, impenetrable defensive armor. They swore they would never look back or hope again, because the pain of the sudden stop was simply too much to bear. And because they closed their eyes to the unseen mechanics at play, they almost missed the greatest return of their lives, simply because they didn't know how to recognize a necessary pause. The deep connections that went completely cold without reason. The massive opportunities that vanished just before the peak. The agonizing, silent feeling of grieving something that never really died. It was looking for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Karmic Debt of Taurus. This digital book is not just a collection of comforting words. It is the definitive, urgent manual designed to help you understand the deep spiritual reason behind the sudden, brutal pauses in your life. It is the exact tool you need to break the painful cycles of premature grief and unnecessary loss, and fortify your inner energy to recognize exactly when a closed door is finally ready to reopen. It operates on one undeniable cosmic truth that you must engrave in your mind today. The universe never permanently closes a door on a blessing that is rightfully yours by karmic law. It only locks it temporarily, while it teaches you how to hold the key without cutting your own hands. But this specific cosmic configuration does not wait for anyone. Every single day without this path is a day spent carrying a crushing, suffocating grief that simply does not belong to you anymore. Every week you delay is another week of your own defensive armor, violently pushing away the very blessing you've been desperately waiting for. Every month you refuse to look at this unseen debt is another massive opportunity, forced to go underground, leaving you standing alone over the barren dirt, mourning a false ending, while the real, unstoppable magic is gathering immense pressure just out of sight. You do not have to carry this heavy, exhausting resignation for another second, Taurus. The digital book is in the first pinned comment. Download it right now while this profound word is still alive and vibrating inside you. You need to secure the complete understanding of this karmic pause that only this specific path can map out for you. When you finally realize that the door was never locked to keep you out, but to fiercely protect what was inside, until you were truly ready, the exhaustion simply evaporates. The stubborn pride that made you swear you wouldn't look back dissolves into a profound, quiet relief. You are no longer standing in the freezing winter, mourning a dead seed. You can feel the massive roots gathering unbreakable power beneath your feet, and you know with absolute certainty that the river is about to violently break the surface. The heavy burden of the false ending is lifted, and you are finally free to prepare your physical and mental space for the massive resurgence that is already on its way. And as I had told you earlier, Taurus, besides the digital book that is in the first pinned comment, there is that open voluntary donation link right below the book. I continue to receive not a single penny for every message that leaves here for you. That is why this link exists, so that another Taurus tomorrow finds exactly this message that found you today. Whatever amount your heart points to, each gesture like this keeps our channel standing and makes the next message reach whoever needs it, exactly as it reached you today. There is a record that explains this, and now with the path before you, the name descends. You have been calling this long, agonizing silence a permanent rejection. You have been looking at the sudden halt in your life and convincing yourself that it was a definitive failure, a closed door that would never open again. But there is a hidden architecture beneath this forced goodbye, a proprietary cosmic principle that governs exactly what you are experiencing today. It is not bad luck. It is not a cosmic punishment for a wrong choice. It is the karmic pause. The karmic pause, or the false ending, is a profound spiritual mechanism that explains why what seemed entirely dead was actually incubating in the absolute dark. It is the spiritual principle dictating that some profound, monumental cycles in a Taurus life simply cannot end on a period. They must pause until a specific internal debt is completely cleared, only to resume later for their true, meant-to-be conclusion. You believed the door was permanently closed, the opportunity lost, or the deep connection severed because it went completely silent. You accepted the heavy, exhausting grief of a final ending. But it wasn't an ending at all. It was a karmic suspension. The universe violently hit the pause button so you could clear a specific, unseen spiritual debt before receiving the final outcome. This debt is often an inherited pattern of settling for less, a deep-seated fear of true abundance, or an old energetic tie that needed to be severed before you could safely hold the new blessing. The window for this paused cycle to resume is opening right now, and the greatest danger is that your own thick defensive armor might permanently close the door on the very thing you have been waiting for, simply because you do not recognize the signs of a returning tide. You might push it away to protect yourself from what you perceive as another inevitable disappointment. Imagine a farmer who planted a rare, priceless seed and waited with quiet, hopeful dedication. When a brutal, unexpected winter came and the ground froze solid, he looked at the hard, barren dirt, mourned the total loss of his harvest, and slowly walked away, fully believing the bitter cold had killed it. He turned his back with a heavy heart, completely unaware of the furious, silent activity happening beneath the surface. That seed wasn't dead. It was using the absolute darkness and the crushing, suffocating pressure of the frozen earth to build an unbreakable, massive root system. It needed the surface to freeze so it could be forced to go deep, finding subterranean water sources it would have never reached in comfortable weather. When the first drop of spring rain finally hits the thawed ground, that seed doesn't just grow, it erupts violently through the soil with unstoppable force. It is exactly where you are right now, Taurus. You are standing there mourning the barren dirt, completely unaware of the massive, powerful roots that have finally taken hold beneath your tired feet. You are grieving a dry riverbed, not realizing the water just went underground to gather immense, unstoppable pressure in the dark rock. Listen to what the universe is speaking directly into your soul right now. I saw you waking up at 3 a.m. trying to rationalize an ending that never made sense. I had to pull it away from your hands temporarily because the sheer weight of it would have broken you if you held it before you were truly ready. I did not take it away to punish you. I hid it in the dark to protect it from the ancient debt you still carried. And now that the toll is paid, I am breaking the rock and bringing it back to the surface. There is a man who carried this exact same heavy resignation for years. He had walked away from a situation he had poured his entire soul into, utterly convinced he had failed and that the beautiful story was over forever. He slowly, painfully rebuilt his life around that massive, silent absence, forcing himself to never look back, building walls so high nothing could ever hurt him like that again. And then, out of nowhere, on a random Thursday, a single message shifted his entire reality. What changed in his life wasn't blind luck, and it wasn't a mere coincidence. It was the sudden, overwhelming realization that the years of absolute silence weren't a punishment at all. They were the exact, necessary time required to clear the heavy karmic debt that would have completely destroyed the blessing if it had arrived even one day earlier. He realized he didn't have to start over. He was simply resuming what was always his. You are still processing this right now, feeling that subtle, tight knot of recognition in your chest as your mind races to connect these pieces, sensing that the prolonged silence in your own life might just be the gathering of a massive wave. The deepest truth is still ahead, and it has your name on it. This profound realization changes everything, but it demands that you finally acknowledge exactly who you became while you were waiting in the cold, because you cannot receive a massive resurgence if you don't even know what heavy mask you are currently wearing. The universe cannot hand the key to someone whose hands are already full of old armor. You have been living as the mourner who grieved a living seed. You looked at the barren dirt, felt the sharp, freezing wind of a harsh reality, and decided to bury your hope completely because hoping simply hurt too much. You silently accepted that the harvest would never come, forcing yourself to forget the beauty of what you planted. Or perhaps you became the architect who stopped building halfway through the blueprint. You put so much of your tired soul into designing a magnificent structure, only to have the ground violently ripped out from under you, forcing you to pack up your heavy tools and walk away from a masterpiece left permanently unfinished. And for some of you, you became the guardian who locked a completely empty vault. You built walls so thick, so impenetrable around your tired heart, to protect yourself from another sudden brutal loss, not realizing that you were aggressively guarding a space where the true treasure hadn't even arrived yet. Taurus carries, Taurus sustains. Taurus does not ask for rescue. You hold the heavy, fracturing structure together in absolute silence, while the rest of the world genuinely thinks you are perfectly fine. But you know exactly what I am talking about. Notice how your body reacts to this precise truth right now. Take one deep, full breath and feel your chest expand. That sudden, warm rush of absolute recognition you are feeling right now has a name. It is the profound feeling of your own spirit finally dropping the heavy, exhausting armor you were never meant to wear forever. You are being seen. But this identity that has just been declared over you needs to be fiercely sustained. Because the Taurus who knows their own immense value without understanding their own unseen karmic debt will inevitably go back to carrying a heavy burden that is simply not theirs. It was looking for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Karmic Debt of Taurus. It is available right now in the first pinned comment. This is the exact map you need to sustain the powerful truth that you are not starting over. You are simply resuming what is rightfully yours. Because if you do not deeply understand the mechanics of this necessary pause, you will defensively reject the blessing out of primal fear when it finally returns. Do not wait for the dark doubt to creep back in before you secure the truth you just boldly claimed. Click the link in the first pinned comment, secure your digital book, and step fully into the profound, unshakable understanding that guarantees you will never accept a false ending as your final destiny again. I promised I would come back to this. Before the underground river fully breaks the surface, you need to know exactly how this cycle will try to trick you one absolute last time, because it absolutely will try. I told you that before the underground river finally breaks the solid rock and rushes back to the surface, you need to be prepared for how this cycle will test you one absolute last time. Because right as the heavy karmic pause lifts, the ghost of the old debt will try to trick you into violently shutting the door yourself. There are 3 specific tactics this cycle will use in the coming days, and you must hold 3 distinct weapons to neutralize them completely. First, the cycle will try to trick you with a sudden, overwhelming wave of deep, paralyzing doubt. It will whisper in your ear that this sudden, unexpected return is just another cruel disappointment waiting to happen. It will try to convince your logical mind that hoping again is dangerously naive. Your weapon against this is your own voice. When that freezing doubt hits your chest, say out loud, "I do not fear the second act," and immediately take a physical action. Keep your physical space completely open. Do not cross your arms when you are receiving news or reading a sudden message. Unclench your jaw, keep your chest open. Let the new energy flow without your thick defensive armor blocking it. Second, the cycle will fiercely try to make you act out of past trauma. It will aggressively urge you to push the incoming opportunity or the returning connection away violently before it can ever hurt you again. It will make you want to sabotage the beautiful resurgence just to stay in control of the loss. Your weapon here is a profound grounding declaration. Say, "I receive from a place of cleared debt," and your action is absolute stillness. You must take one deep, full breath before responding to any sudden message, any unexpected offer, or any stirring memory that surfaces. Do not react from the old, bleeding wound. Third, the cycle will test your tired patience one absolute last time with a tiny, incredibly frustrating delay, just as things finally seem to resume. It will make you feel like the agonizing pause is starting all over again, tempting you to force the issue out of anxiety or simply walk away in bitter anger. Your weapon is profound surrender. Say, "The river flows on its own powerful time." Your action is simple but incredibly difficult for the stubborn Taurus spirit. Do not try to force the timeline. Let the massive current pull you. Do not dig at the barren dirt to see if the seed is growing. These 3 weapons protect you from what I was able to show you today. But the karmic cycle has far more layers, far more hidden mechanisms than can ever fit in one single video. Because when the powerful urge to run away hits you again, when the absolute silence feels like a cruel punishment, when the deep fear of hoping paralyzes your next crucial step, you will need more than just a momentary reminder of your own strength. You will need the exact architecture of your own energetic clearing. It was looking for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Karmic Debt of Taurus. This digital book is the complete detailed map of this resurgence, so you don't accidentally sabotage the return. I am not rushing you. I am warning you. Do not wait for the massive opportunity to resurface only to push it away out of blind fear. This specific cosmic window is brief, and it will not keep the door open if your hands are too full of old armor to turn the handle. Go to the first pinned comment right now and secure your digital book. And now, I need you to stop learning for a moment and start feeling. Let the heavy, relentless noise of your day completely fade away. You have spent so much time holding everything together, forcing your mind to stay sharp, and carrying the exhausting weight of a story you thought was permanently over. I want you to lower that thick defensive armor right now, just for this exact moment. Drop your shoulders, unclench your jaw, take one slow, deep breath, and let it out slowly. Notice the physical tension you are still holding in your chest, that quiet, dull ache that you have been carrying in absolute silence. Close your eyes for a second. Feel the solid, cracked, dry ground beneath your feet right now, the exact place where you stood, looked at the barren dirt, and thought everything had permanently stopped. Now pay close attention. Feel a very subtle, deep vibration far beneath the earth. It is getting stronger. The pressure is building violently in the dark. See the solid rock cracking, splitting open, and suddenly, clear, rushing, powerful water bursts through the surface, washing completely over your tired feet. The river didn't dry up, Taurus. It just went deep to gather strength. Feel the profound relief, the sudden, overwhelming rush of life returning to the soil. Breathe in the cool, fresh air of this massive resurgence. Now I want you to open your hands and let it go. Let go of the heavy guilt of not being able to force that locked door open when you tried so desperately. Let go of the exhausting fear that daring to hope again will only lead to another brutal disappointment. Let go of the agonizing need to rationalize an ending that simply never made sense. Let go of the crushing karmic debt that you carried alone for far too long, because the toll is finally paid in full. And as you drop that unbearable weight, you reclaim exactly who you are. You activate the mourner who grieved a living seed, transforming that deep sorrow into the absolute certainty that the massive roots have finally taken hold. You activate the architect who stopped building halfway through the blueprint, picking up the heavy tools again because the ground is finally stable enough for your masterpiece. You activate the guardian who locked a completely empty vault, opening those heavy steel doors wide because the true, meant-to-be treasure is finally ready to arrive. Before we seal this powerful crossing, write down below the name of someone you are carrying through this transition, or if this return is just for you, write in one single sentence what you are fully expecting the universe to bring back to you. I will read it. And you will not write this alone. Do not release this energy just yet. We are not done. Stay with me. I seal this space around you. I seal the immense effort you have poured into the barren dirt. I seal the massive return that is already violently breaking the surface. We, who carry in silence, know exactly how heavy a forced goodbye truly is. We know the exhausting weight of building a magnificent structure, only to have the ground ripped away before the masterpiece is ever finished. We know what it means to fiercely guard an empty vault. We understand the profound, isolating ache of mourning a barren field while the rest of the world genuinely thinks we have perfectly moved on. We have buried our hope deep down just to survive the freezing reality. But the universe speaks to us in the absolute dark. It says, I saw you waking up at 3 a.m. trying to rationalize an ending that never made sense. We did not lose our great harvest because we were unworthy. It was pulled away to protect it from the ancient karmic debt we still unknowingly carried. We are the ones who endured the bitter cold, trusting our massive roots when the branches above were violently stripped bare. Now, we are the ones who must lower our defensive armor to receive this unstoppable resurgence. We claim the deep spiritual reason behind these sudden, brutal pauses. We break the painful cycles of premature grief, and we finally fortify our inner energy to recognize exactly when the closed door is reopening. The deep doubt that speaks with your own voice ends here. The primal urge to violently push away what you desperately want ends here. The frustrating anxiety of trying to force the river's timeline ends here. Taurus is never late. Taurus is not behind anyone. Taurus arrives right on time. Don't let go yet. The universe has just told you. I saw you waking up at 3 a.m. trying to rationalize an ending that never made sense. And that is exactly why I need to remind you of something before sealing. What was liberated here in this space is profoundly real. But tomorrow morning, the mundane routine will try to convince you that nothing has changed. You will wake up and immediately feel that old, primal instinct to shut down and protect your heart that will fiercely try to take over tomorrow morning. The ghost of the false ending will try to make you put your heavy armor back on, whispering that it is safer to expect disappointment. That is why you need a constant, powerful companion for this clearing. It was looking for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Karmic Debt of Taurus. It is available right now in the first pinned comment. This is the exact detailed map you need to sustain the massive open door you just unlocked today, so you don't close it out of panic tomorrow. Do not wait for tomorrow's loud anxieties to completely undo the quiet clarity you received today. Go to the first pinned comment, download your digital book, and keep your path fiercely open. There are thousands of Taurus listening to this right now, standing in the exact same silence as you, feeling this exact same massive resurgence shaking the ground. You are not walking this path alone. If this voice found you today, subscribe to the channel, not for numbers, but because the next message in this series is going to look for exactly the ones who have already crossed this first door. In the next video of this series, I'm going to show you the exact, undeniable sign that appears exactly 3 days before a paused karmic cycle suddenly resumes, and why almost every Taurus ignores it until it's too late. Don't miss it. And still in this video, Taurus, before I seal this hour with you, I come back one last time to this request. You have walked with me this far, you have crossed every word, every revelation, every sign, and if at any moment of this message you felt the universe touch you, you know this video was not an accident. The voluntary donation link remains open in the first pinned comment right below the digital book, not as a charge, not as an exchange, but as a giving back from the one who received to the source this message came from. Any amount your heart points to, and the universe sees every gesture. The universe sees, and the universe multiplies over your home, over your days, over what you don't even know is about to arrive. This was my last request. I'll be waiting for you there. Thank you so much. And when the heavy weight tries to return, remember that the answer has a name, the great secret of the karmic debt, and it is already within your reach. The river never dried up. It just went deep to gather unstoppable strength. The solid rock has cracked open, and the clear water has finally broken the surface. Now you can let go. This message is complete. What was seen was seen. What was settled was settled. Walk light, Taurus.